She down there cooking some damn spam.
No, it's just mysterious.
I like barbecue sauce.
Hey everyone, it's Micah Fragrance here, back at it again with another video. If you are interested in fragrances and fragrance related content, please consider dropping a sub. It would greatly support me. And in today's video, we have 5 of my favorite fragrances under $30. So these are going to be really good budget-friendly fragrances. I feel like $30 is a good, amount of money that a lot of people can afford. And you can get some really good fragrances for under $30. So I've compiled my top 5, as I said. Now, I do want to say these are all Middle Eastern fragrances, and a decent amount of these are dupes. If you're someone who really doesn't like dupes, I suppose let me know in the comments, and I can do a version of this that really isn't any dupes. But at least 3 of these are dupes. So let's dive into number 5. Number 5 is one that actually gets me a lot of really good compliments. And this is the only cold weather fragrance on this list. This is Fragrance World Baraca Amber Eve. So this is a clone of Mason Francis Kurkdjian's Grand Soir. This is one of those clones that gets you decently close to the fragrance bottle-wise. This looks similar to the Grand Soir bottle. The color is a little bit off. But this is a beautiful fragrance, and this is one that, as I said, gets me a lot of compliments. I've worn this in school, I've worn this dog sitting, and no matter what, I have just gotten some really good compliments with this fragrance. This, $20 for the 3.4 ounce. This is a beautiful, slight powdery, ambery vanilla. That is primarily what I get with this fragrance. This is something, if you like, for example, Prada Black, those powdery, vanilla, ambery scents, you would definitely enjoy this one. So Baraca Amber Eve is number 5. I get good longevity and good projection with this one, around 8 hours with 2 to 3 feet of projection off of about 5 sprays. So Amber Eve, a good fragrance for the cool weather, and I believe that's actually cheaper than $20. I believe it's around $16, if I'm not mistaken. So that one can get down pretty cheap, and it's very good. Number 4 is going to be the most expensive one on this list at $29. Now, I want to say I had this fragrance in the list. I started recording the video, and I realized it's over $25. Originally, I was going to do under $25, but I knew I simply had to throw this one in. Risasi Hawass Ice is an absolutely beautiful fragrance. This, you can think of it as a mix between the original Hawass and something like YSLY or Invictus and YSLY. It's an absolutely beautiful, sugary sweet green apple fragrance. Very sugary sweet. You have to enjoy sweet fragrances for this one, but it's very fresh, aquatic, sweet with a crisp green apple. Great longevity, great projection for a freshie. Now this, I say it's a freshie, but this is a freshie that you can definitely wear year round. It has enough warmth to it to the point where you can wear it year round. I'm sure that there's still plum and cinnamon in here like the original Hawass Ice, or like the original Hawass, maybe not cinnamon, but there's definitely a plummy grape vibe in here. Good fragrance, 10 to 11 hours of longevity with a foot or 2 of projection. So an insanely long-lasting freshie on my skin, but not the best projector, but this will still definitely get you noticed. Risasi Hawass Ice is number 4 on our list. Number 3, we are moving into the second cheapest fragrance, maybe the cheapest fragrance. I know it's widely available for around $17, and on Joma Shop, I've seen this as low as $14. Latafa's Caid Al Farsan. Now, this is supposedly a clone of Creed Aventus. I haven't tried Creed Aventus, but I've tried a decent amount of clones of Creed Aventus, and this definitely does its own thing. So Caid Al Farsan can kind of be looked at as a clone of Aventus, but I don't really think that is what it smells like. Such a good fragrance. This smells like you opened up a can of pineapples. It's very syrupy, pineapple-y sweet. It also has some oud and it has some saffron. A good fragrance. Very, very good fragrance. Now, I've been smelling this one, so I've kind of got nose blind to it, and it's weird. I don't know why I'm just noticing this right now, but as I kind of get a little more nose blind to this fragrance, because I've been smelling it, it almost kind of smells like Sauvage. But this does not smell like Sauvage. I don't even know why I said that, because now some people might think this smells like Sauvage. It doesn't smell like Sauvage. It's just because I've smelled this one a lot today, and I am going nose blind to it. But very good fragrance. Smells like you literally just opened a can of pineapples. Very pineapple-y sweet. I want to try this on my skin. There we go. There's that pineapple sweetness. Yes, it's literally like you have a can of pineapples or a can of pineapple juice. You cracked it open. You threw a little bit of saffron, in there and you're in like this like woodsy setting, sipping a tropical pineapple drink. Very, very good. There is an oud note in there. I don't think it's like it's not really a strong oud. It's just one of those like generic woodsy ouds. So pineapple bomb, a little bit of saffron, slight woodsy vibe in the background. Number 2, around $23. This is Latafa's Fakar Black. Now, I had a void in my heart for something with the YSLY DNA, and this is a clone of YSLY Eau de Parfum, the most popular YSLY. And I will say for $23, it gets pretty dang close. Now, one thing I do want to say, this does not have the longevity and or projection that YSLY EDP has. It's still a good long-lasting fragrance, so I get a respectable 6 to 7 hours of longevity with 2 to 3 feet of projection. Not a beast mode fragrance, but you can definitely get some compliments. Now, the one main difference from YSLY that I get, opposed to just being a straight up green apple woodsy soapy scent, it's still a green apple woodsy soapy scent, but it's a little more floral soapy than YSLY, and it also is a little bit more citrusy in the opening. I don't think that there are any citrus notes in the top notes, but there's definitely a slight more citrusy vibe to this fragrance. But on the dry down, it gets very dang close to the point. I don't think people could honestly tell them apart. It hits YSLY in all the right places, that green appleness, that slight woodsiness, that soapiness. Very good fragrance, and for 23 bucks, it's insane. And this one is my number 1 suggestion, normally around $26 on Amazon. This is where I bought it, but it's been on sale quite frequently for around $20, and I highly recommend everyone checks this one out. This is Collage Shiaka Blue. Supposedly, this is a clone of like Tommy Hilfiger Impact something. Someone left me a comment on my channel saying that. I've never smelt that. It gets a comparison, and the comparison I like to give it to, or that I like to give it, is something like Yves Saint Laurent's L'Homme Blue Electrique. It's a green and citrusy opening in the top notes. There is some floral notes, like there's rose, osmanthus, some other floral notes, I believe. And then in the base notes, amber, musk, and vanilla. I'm specifically saying as many of the notes I can remember because if I'm not mistaken, this one does not have a note breakdown on Fragrantica. But it is a very good fragrance. I think if you like those fresh, clean, floral, powdery fragrances, this will be very good. This one I get good longevity and projection with as well. 2 to 3 feet of projection with around 8 hours of longevity. So a good, different blue fragrance. And this by far is my favorite. I wouldn't say it's my favorite blue fragrance. This is tied up with Bad Boy Cobalt as my favorite blue fragrance. So my number 1, Collage Shiaka Blue. This is also going to be my overall pick. I think maybe if you don't like florals, then my next overall pick would either be Rasasi Hawas Ice or Latafa Fakar Black. Probably Rasasi Hawas Ice because it doesn't have a floral vibe. Fakar Black still does. But let me know what you think about my video. Let me know what you think about my list in the comments below. Let me know what your top 5 under $30 would be. I'm very interested to know. Please let me know in the comments below. Please also drop a sub and a like if y'all have not already. Thank you all for watching my video. Have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace, everyone.